This is a story about the prophets. Today we will hear about a prophet, the prophet Jonah.
Prophet sounds very serious.
Now the word of the Lord came to Jonah. Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and tell them they're choosing evil and that they need to change and choose to do good. Now, prophets are people who come so close to God, and God comes so close to them that they know what God is telling them to do. Then they go and do it.
You mean they were friends with God?
Yes, Jonah turned and went the other way though. He found a ship going to Tarshish in Spain. It was as far from Nineveh as you could go. Suddenly, a great storm broke out. The sailors were afraid, so each one prayed to his own God. They threw everything they were carrying into the ocean to make the ship light so that it could float. Now, a prophet is someone who helps people know what to do. They went to look for Jonah. Do you know where he was? He was asleep in the bottom of the boat. The captain found him and commanded him to call on his God to save them. All Jonah did was climb up onto the deck of the boat. The storm got worse, and the people were more afraid.
That sounds so scary.
A prophet is supposed to be someone who speaks for the one true God. But Jonah still did not speak. The sailors asked him who he was. He told them he worshipped God, the one who made the sea and the dry land. Then the sailors were afraid. They knew that he was trying to flee from God.
Zero pressure.
The sea grew more troubled. Finally, Jonah said, "Throw me in, and the storm will stop." So they threw him in. All was suddenly quiet. The sea was calm.
Wow!
Now, a prophet is someone who brings people close to God by what he or she says and does. Jonah said nothing, but when the sea grew calm, the sailors all fell down and worshipped the true God. Now, a prophet is someone who is close to God, and a false prophet is very far from God. When Jonah was thrown into the water, he was neither close nor far from God. He was sinking. As he sank, a great fish swam up and swallowed him. Jonah was in the belly of the big fish for 3 days and 3 nights.
I can imagine the stink.
Jonah began to pray, and the fish began to feel very strange. It grew sicker and sicker, and finally it swam to the shore and vomited out Jonah onto the dry land.
And slime!
Now the word of the Lord came to Jonah a second time. Arise and go to Nineveh, that great city, and tell the people there that they are choosing evil and they need to change and choose what is good. This time, Jonah went. He went to Nineveh. He cried out to the people of Nineveh that they were choosing evil and they needed to repent and change their ways. He warned them that change was needed, otherwise they would face consequences.
Oh no!
The people of Nineveh listened, though, to God's call. They turned from their evil ways and took responsibility for their actions. Then they all went about wearing sackcloth and ashes to show how sorry they were. Even the king and queen were sorry and chose to do what is good. Because they chose to start doing what is good, God did not give them consequences. This made Jonah angry. He wanted God to destroy the city. These people were not even the people of God. He went outside the city, sat on a hill, and was discouraged. Jonah wanted to get his way. God said, "Why are you angry?"
Jonah was dealing with intense emotions.
God caused a plant to grow and give Jonah shade as he sat on the hill in the sun. Then one night God sent a worm to attack the plant. It withered away and died. When the sun rose, a sultry east wind came, and the sun beat down on the head of Jonah so that he was faint. He grew angry about the death of the plant. Why are you angry about the plant? God asked Jonah. And Jonah said, I am angry enough to die. He thought he still might get his way. God said, you pity the plant, but you did nothing for it. You did not cause it to grow. You did not care for it. Should I not pity Nineveh, that great city where there are more than 120,000 people and all their cattle? And that's how the story ends. I encourage you to express this story with art materials of your choice. I can't wait to see what you create.